Right, if we could just get the winner and the place getters for the challenge. So in first place we had Lillian Meredith. In second place outright was Clayton Titmus, and splitting third and fourth was Campbell Martin and Mitchell Hoy. If we could have you report into the sale arena, please. We'll do those presentations immediately. Darby Ryan, Darb, if you could just come over for the presentations, please. Darb, thank you. Not as graceful as that pen going overboard. Well, you're going to have to win that. Well, thank you to Dion Porter for dragging that arena in a fashion that was never been seen before. That's what happens when you get a farmer from Westmar in to do the arena for you. You can eat your brekkie off it. Good work, Dion, and thanks for all your help over the last few days, mate. We'll go on straight away with the presentations, and sorry for the slight delay. We'll get through them if we've got Darby Ryan and Blake O'Reilly down there to do the presentations. The winner, the outright winner of the challenge, the 2 and 3-year-old Epic Horse Summer Camp Draft Challenge for 2026 was Lillian Meredith on Bulmer's Jimmy. So congratulations, Lillian, great job and well done. In second place, we had Clayton Titmus on Saltwater Bandit. So congratulations, Clayton. Good to see you down here too. He's come all the way down from Rockhampton for us for the weekend. And splitting third and fourth place, a man that needs no introduction, Mitchell Hoy on Nibberina, the Kid Leroy, and of course Campbell Martin on Glen Ridge Cruella. splitting third and fourth. So congratulations to the winner and the place getters in the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could put your hands together one more time as we do the presentations.
I rang her, but she hasn't rang back. She's just you might have you could just have
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep the young lady that's won that is just holding a $3,000 cheque, a bundle of loot. She's got no hands on the, oh, she has now got hands on the range. She didn't before because she couldn't handle all the prizes. So just keep that in mind when you see these leads come through here today. And of course, when you're bidding on them tonight over there at the Yearling sale, you can pay them back year one. So once again, congratulations to the winner and the place getters. Thank you very much to Darby Ryan for judging that. We'll get the arena cleared. We'll start with the pre-works, and my sincere apologies for the slight delay, but we will get the pre-works underway. We're going to do the ridden and the lead pre-works over here in the sale arena, so sorry about the confusion. There's a few people with yearlings that are waiting to lead through over there at the Yearling arena, but they will be held here, so we'll run through in catalogue order in just a couple of minutes. We've got cattle over here. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we do start, just more so on the camp draft side. I've got the finalists here for the Epic Alpha, so those riders under 25 years of age. I'm going to read your names out. If you are under 25 and I don't read your name up, I'll have to get you to come and see me. But we've got Toby Bruce with both Brass and Miss Beijing, William Allen on Shameless No More and Abel, Tom Denson on Hazelwood, Mike Conacre, Jimmy Matheson on Hector and Carolot Conscience, Toby Bruce on Scout, Darby Ryan on Royale Sergeant and My Freckles Lethal, Clayton Titmus on Laruna Goodrum, Roy Destiny and G.W. Mozzie, George Matheson on Arundale Adele, Annabelle Dalzell on Westlake Winston, Lillian Meredith on Roulette, so Lillian will be back over there too tomorrow night in that final, Clancy Pryor on Blush, Jack Rose on Kydras Harmonia, and Tommy Hancock on Gypsy. So that final will be tomorrow night in our run of finals. And I've also got to hand the Benalla Stud, the gelding incentive, which will be run during the course of the finals here tomorrow afternoon. The gelding incentive finalists will be Brock Hamilton on Retreat Encouraging, Benny Thompson on Acres of Metal, Jonathan McDonald on McDonald's Bart, Laurie Argue on Deacon's Whiskey Sour, Curtis Cherry on AMAC Little Talks, Danny Farley on Chad, Brett Meyer on Bulmer's Prince, Ben Thompson on Rodlaw Fantail, Luke Bennett on Bremon Rockstar, and Greg Clayton Sparrow on Henry. So those competitors will need tomorrow afternoon after the sale, as well as the open finalists. Will also run the third round of the Stallion Draft, and one other which has escaped me. So ladies and gentlemen, for those viewers that have joined us on Stock Live, before we do start, as I do say, I apologise for that slight delay getting things underway. But there is just one group of people that I'd like to particularly thank, or a couple in fact, and the first and foremost is our vendors. Obviously, to get this sale together this year, we had a complete, we're thrown into complete turmoil some weeks ago, and our little committee of three, which is Blake O'Reilly, myself and Prue, essentially had to make a really rushed decision. And we made the decision to try and affect our vendors and our sponsors as only as slightly as possible. And the move was made in 24 hours to move it to this wonderful showgrounds here in Glen Innes. And I know that it caused some dramas for our vendors, but I do really, really thank you for your patience and understanding. Everybody stuck with us. They're a wonderful group to have around us, and we thank you for your continued support. The other thank yous that I'd like to issue are to the showground trustee and show committee here, and there's too many of them to mention, here at Glen Innes for allowing us to have this event here, and the Camp Draft Club, and particularly Craig Klinger, and he's got a wonderful team behind him. They have been running the bar, and he's been a mountain of knowledge in arena preparation, how we've designed that Camp Draft arena. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I guess there's only one further thing to do, and that's go on with the pre-works. So we've got lot 1 in the ring there, and you'll see in your catalogue notes, ladies and gentlemen, it's K.L. Woods Pendergast. It's the owner of this particular lot, the 5-year-old mares, is how we're going to start off the sale here tomorrow morning. This is Wood Valley Style, and of course you'll see in your pedigree there too that this particular mare is by Pepto Stylish Oak, and out of that wonderful Jazzy's Little Spin mare in I'll Be Jazzy. So you've got Cutting Horse and Camp Draft Horse champions right through. Of course, Pepto Stylish Oak was the sire of One Stylish, One Road Pepto, and of course No More, One More. So he's bred on an absolute treat, and of course Pepto Stylish Oak himself was the second of the all-time leading sire book in the AQHA. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to the connections here this morning about this, and they've said that he's just very, very stylish. He's very quiet, and he's just lovely to have about this mare. There's Chestnut Roan. She stands in, came in at 14.3. Had a look at her there yesterday too, and if you get up close to her, she's just a wonderful, kind-eyed and well-balanced mare to ride about too, but she's got a beautiful nature. She's easygoing. She's wonderful to catch, shoe and float. I asked him to sum her up in one sentence. He said, pretty honest, quiet little mare. Yeah, we might see if we can get some cows to play with for you, mate. There we go, and thanks very much too to Ryan Smythe and of course Stockyard. The cattle have come in from Kingsgate, a wonderful Wagyu cross brought in, and they've been weaned for some time, and of course Ryan manages that country up there. They would have seen plenty of horses in their time. They'll be well broken weaners to the Stockyard cattle from Kingsgate Station. Righto, so too, if you have been notified that you're in that epic final, which will be held this afternoon before the Yearling sale, you will need to report to the Yarraford Hall, the office in behind the camp there, and get your shirts for all those finalists tonight in the epic final.
I was trying to hack your phone and get you a timer, but I'm not doing a very good job.
Righto, thank you. That's time. In fact, it's a lot more than time. We're going to limit our pre-works just while I was doing all my blabbing there to 90 seconds. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd suggest that if you're interested in that wonderful big stylish mare, she'd make a wonderful brood mare down the track. She's absolutely bred in the purple, as I did say, by Pepto Stylish out in the Oak and out of a Jazzy Little Spin mare. Lot number 1, Wood Valley Style. The young ladies to come in and clean the arena for us, but they've cleaned them up themselves. Lot number 2 comes in, a count of Drew and Sally Stevenson from down there at Benalla Stock Horses, down there in Gundy in the Hunter Valley. This is X's and O's. And of course, if you read through this pedigree too, you'll see the combination of both words. You've got a Hall of Fame inductee in 6 spins. He himself a sire of a limited open derby in Pepsi Spin not so long ago. And you've got a mare in Sable that, of course, went back to Blue Moon Mystic. And we all know that Blue Moon Mystic himself was a Gold Cup winner back in 1980 and also a winner of a Canning Downs too. So you see in your notes that Drew and Sally never bring us a bad one. She's an eye-catching cow black mare, ready to put on the truck. She's been mustering. She's had challenge and futurity drafts, including a very, very successful futurity draft just earlier on in the year back up there in Armidale. And as you can see in your notes, in your catalogue notes, as I just said, she'll make a great asset as a brood mare down the track. Right, so we're watching Drew Stevenson and Drew and Sally's nomination. Lot number 2, this is X's and O's. A black mare that was 15 hands when measured. A lovely type, an easy travelling method mare. And if you go onto particularly on Facebook, and I was on a few other social media platforms, you'll see some footage of this mare working at home on a bison, I believe, and she can step about. One that's set up pretty right, ready to go. She's had camp draft starts, and as I say, had a lot of success this year, and that is time. Thank you, Drew. So that is lot number 2. Account of Drew and Sally Stevenson, the black mare. 15 hands, X's and O's. Yeah, right. That's exactly right. To the Stock Live platform here on hand, to it, recording all the pre-works for us too. So if you want to go back and just watch how any of these horses pre-work, you can go back at any time and play back through those pre-works on Stock Live. So lot number 4, another one of our wonderful vendors. It's been a great sticker with the epic concept, is Jackie Colley. They call this one Champagne Giddy. Rob's going to ride it through. By Excel on this occasion too. And out of another of the Pepto Stylish Oak mares in Pepto Stylish Spin. So if you go back through the right hand side of your pedigrees, you'll see some wonderful names there. You've got Abdul on the top side, you've got Amigo, you've got Pepto Boonsful, and you've got Doc Spin Effects with a typo. But she's bred to work cow. She's a quiet filly. She's done miles and miles of mustering, very quick on her feet. I did say that she's forward moving. She would be ideally suited to a juvenile rider to go on with into a camp drafting career. Watching lot number 4, Jackie Colley's nomination, Champagne Giddy. Buckskin Roan mare, 14-3, and by Excel too. And I don't think I need to tell too many about the history and the success of Excel over the years. He himself was a winner of over 60 camp drafts across the eastern states of Australia, and he's bred on true to type. I often say I've never seen a bad one. Well, that's time. Thanks, Rob. Bred to work a cow, that was Champagne Giddy, account of Jackie Colley. Lot number 4. I'm sure if you want to get any more information on her, either talk to Jackie or Rob, they'll be sure to point you in the right direction too. But just a good honest mare, good forward moving mare, good to ride in the bush. Right, our 5-year-old gelding start with one that was nominated by Katie McDonald. They call this fellow Burnt Duck. Carl's going to ride her through. Katie, as she explained to me this morning, is only 6 weeks away from having a baby, so we thought it was best that we got Carl to step on board. But Burnt Duck has been ridden by most members of the family, ridden by beginners right through to successful open competitors. And if you just want to have a bit of a look down through your pedigree here too, by that wonderful stallion of Jamie Gray's Yugelbar Duck and Down, who he himself has bred numerous camp draft winners, just a wonderful, cool, calm horse. And out of the Mr. Jesse James mare in Burnt Spur. Little waggy looked like me going home from the bar last night, Liam, but Burnt Duck up to the task, as you'll see in your footnotes. He's done a mile of work. He'll suit any discipline. He has been camp draft and he's made finals, scoring scores up to 86 and above. So he's a pretty set horse. He's done a lot of feedlot work with Katie over the years. So just 5 years old. A nice eyed horse. He stood up alongside me yesterday. He's a good fronted fry, ready to go on with and doing everything fairly calmly out there at the minute. This is your 5-year-old gelding. Lot number 5, account of Katie McDonald, and that is time. Thanks, Carl. So another one to put a tick on if you're looking for a good set horse that you're going to have for years and years and a lot of fun. Lot number 5, Burnt Duck, account of Katie McDonald. Righto, so lot number 6 comes in, the first of the 4-year-old mares for 2026. So a couple of shots at the epic with all these horses that come through. This is Umagali Tess, a heritage stock horse by Parmezel Condo. And if you go back through the far right of your pedigree on this occasion, and right through to this particular mare, you've got heritage stock horse bloodlines coursing right through them. So 4-year-old mare, they call this one Tess. 15 hands when they put the stick on her. So you're watching lot number 6 in the pre-works account of PB and J Carter. Umagali Tess. 15 hands high as she is. She's by Earl Condo, so you've got those wonderful heritage stock horse bloodlines. Broken in and started, that is time. Thank you. Lot number 6 in your catalogue tomorrow, so she'll be up fairly smartly. We'll start at 9 a.m. Tomorrow morning with our ridden sale. Of course, the yearlings will be tonight. Lot number 6 will go out. Lot number 7 will come in this time. Account of Kate Lynn. Righto, so we'll get lot number 6 clear. That's time, thank you. We'll get lot number 7 to come in. Righto, so Kate Lynn, one of your local riders, comes in. This is Pimpapa Gemma. Another one of these good 4-year-old mares, so a couple of shots at the epic here too. So a pretty smart little mare too, and once again, out of that wonderful Acres colt in Destitute and out of a Freckle-owned daughter in Broadway. So you've got performance horse bloodlines right up on the top of your catalogue here and in your pedigree. Done plenty of miles. She's done a stint up in North Queensland, mustering up there too. Kate's in the saddle. I was talking to her this morning. She has been mustering, so these wonderful cattle, these pre-works cattle, she would have seen plenty of them. She's been mustering on her down at Kingsgate Station, so she'd be used to a few hills. She's also mustered up and did a stint up in far North Queensland, so nothing would phase her. There'd be choppers and four-wheel bikes and all the rest of it up there. So a pretty set little mare, Gemma. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, watching Gemma, as I did say, by a son of Acres Destiny and out of an own daughter of Doc Freckle Oak, so you don't see that close in a pedigree. It suggests that if you want to have a bit of fun with her for the next 10 or 12 years, you could just put her in the broodmare paddock and breed you some nice foals down through with a performance pedigree like that. Definitely a Wagyu, found the gap. Is that time? Righto, thanks Kate. That is time. So you'll find Kate over there in the stable block. She'd love to have a talk to you about that lovely little chestnut mare. The one they call Gemma, lot number 7. No, I'd have a question mark on that, Liam. It just says 14-1 on your catalogue. I stood up beside that mare today and I had a suspicion she might have been a little taller than that. Lot number 8 comes in. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bailey Evans' nomination. Colour Effects Rough Cut Diamond. And again, a pedigree that you'd die for. She's by I'm a Smooth Blue Cat, who has sired a number of champion stallions, including Peppy Boontime and Royal Blue Boon, and she's out of a Catskills mare in a One Little Near Oak. And of course, if you go back through that top side of I'm a Smooth Blue Cat, you'll go right back to Highbrow Cat, who of course is the world's #1 producing stallion. So wonderful depth of performance pedigree in this one in the quarter horse bloodlines. You'll see in your notes there that she's super kind with no vices. She has already produced one lovely colt foal, so she's a proven breeder too. And just on that pedigree alone, I would suggest that you pay a bit of attention to her tomorrow. You're not going to find a pedigree like that too many other places. We're watching lot number 8. 14.5 hands, she is Colour Effects Rough Cut Diamond. So set up and going pretty well as she tracks the Kingsgate station. Waggy crossed here around the arena, watching lot number 8. A couple of shots of the Epic too, and I reckon you could bring her back next year and make a complete nuisance out of yourself. She's set up pretty right to go on with lot number 8. Right, Bailey, thank you very much. That is time. A beautiful bay roan mare, 14.5 hands. By I'm a Smooth Blue Cat, and out of the Catskills mare and a One Little Near Oak. Thank you, Bailey Evans. That was lot number 8. We move on with the 4-year-old geldings this time. So lot number 9, 8A, sorry, 8A. I'll have to go back through. Good on you. Righto, so lot number 8A is the mare. So the last of the mares, I made a blue, sorry, reading my catalogue and not the sheets. Lot number 8A, account of Jack Rose this time. I spoke to Jack this morning too, and you'll see that that stock horse pedigree on the top side. She's by Gambler, and out of the double dock mare and Wirry Alpa Lass. So you got the best of both worlds in this creamy mare. She's just a lovely-eyed, kind-eyed, very calm, gentle mare. He brought her into the quick shade this morning to talk to me about her, and I said, "How could you sum her up in a sentence?" And he said, "There is just not an ounce of dirt in her." He walked under the quick shade this morning and up to the desk to talk to me. So a beautiful, quiet mare. Jack Rose in the saddle. He said he'd trust her to do anything in the future. She's only a baby. She's only but 4 years old. But bred in the purple and a wonderful showy type too. For those viewers on Stock Live, she's a really eye-catching mare, as you will be able to see in this tremendous footage that the girls are putting through. Righto, thanks Jack. That is time. That is lot number 8A. So just correct me again, it's lot number 8A. That is Kairos Poker Face. Nominated by Jack Rose too, and you'll find Jack over there in the stable box, so you can come up to us and get those stable numbers later on. But a 4-year-old mare that's set up pretty right too. Thanks, Jack. So the first of the 4-year-old geldings, my apologies to our last vendor, lot number 8A is just ridden out. This is lot number 9 now. So account of the Woods Pendergast family too. So this particular one was bred by Lane and Kaylee. Spoke to Lane this morning. He said he'll grow up just to be an A-grade gelding, this fella too. On a wonderful fronted gelding. If you notice him, there's a video of this particular fellow on once again on Facebook. If you go to the Epic site, if you want to watch him tonight, he is just super soft and pliable when you watch him work, and he's out of the Conman side colt in Drover and out of a really, really good mare in Bess. So he's been started and going really nicely at home. Watch him sign onto a cow. Bess, of course, was an open camp draft winner that every member of the family could campaign on. So we're watching Lane. Pendergast work away on Tex. And I might be mistaken, but I don't know if you need a 4-year-old gelding going too much better than that fella. And as I do say, you can go back and watch those pre-works on Stock Live. Or just jump on the Epic Facebook page and look at that fella's lot number. There's some wonderful footage of him at home. Thank you. Thanks, Lane. I know you're having a world of fun out there, and that big fella just looks a delight to ride. Watch this. He's turned him onto a cow. And he'll relax instantly, this fellow, showy type too. And once I'd suggest you'd stick a couple of ticks in your catalogue too as he walks out. No fuss on a loose rein. Right, so that was lot number 9 in the pre-works. Lot number 10, account of the Moorhead family too, from just down the road here at Glencoe. And thank you very, very much to the Moorhead family for everything they do, including the supply of that wonderful marquee that's on the western end of the show arena. This fellow is Circle Bar Houston, another one of the 4-year-old geldings. So he's by Yave and Metallic Cadillac, this fella, and out of a wonderful mare in Tazoo. He's just a lovely, quiet gelding. He's been nice to have around. So you see Tarzu goes right back to Playboy Roy on the sire side and Lethal Lena. So that's a wonderful mare line back through Estar West, Lethal Spin. And of course, the Ava Metallic Cadillac goes right back through Metallic Cat to Highbrow Cat. So you've got paternal grandsires there that are absolutely dominating in the sire stakes in the cutting world. And everybody knows how James Moorhead can get his horses going in a cutout yard. This is where they all start, the 4-year-old geldings. He'll get them set up at home. We are watching lot number 10, account of the Moorhead family. This is Circle Bar Houston. So as I say, he's only 4-year-old, but he's taking everything in his stride. It wouldn't be his first time chasing a waggy, I wouldn't have thought. Thanks, James. That is time. Another one that's set up and going as softly as what you would want in a 4-year-old gelding with all the basics. The foundations have been laid. Bring him back next year and pay for him. With a win in the Epic. He'll qualify for the incentive draft now for 2 years. Bear that in mind. He's got 2 shots at it. Lot number 10. Account of the Moorhead family. That was Circle Bar Houston. Well, lot number 11 will come in. This time account of Tom Donnelly. A bay gelding. Another one of these good 4-year-old geldings. 14-3. So there's a bit of scope about this fella. Out of the wonderful Jewel Ray Stallion and Ray Ugata. And out of the first cross mare in Hunt of You Refine. So you'll see in your catalogue notes, I won't go on about it, but He's only but 4 years old. He has done plenty of mustering at home, this fellow, and they've taken him out to several different paddocks, so he's been on trucks and floats and carted around a little bit. So foundation set, plenty of the hard yards ready to train up to suit you. With a foundation on him provided by Tom Donnelly, ready to go. We are watching lot number 11, Raise in Style. So we're watching lot number 11, 4-year-old Bay Gelding, 14-3 hands high. So pretty interesting combination too. The best of the quarter horse world with a side line, Raise Your Garter, and out of that wonderful mare in Hunt of You Refined. That is time, thanks Tom. That is time. I'll hand the microphone over to Mr. Blake O'Reilly. But just before we do start, the bar is open too if anybody needs a refreshment.
Thank you very much, Bruce, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose it's very close, it's not far, but it is so true to be that. And welcome to the city of Glen Innes, and everyone that's listening online with the Stock Live platform. We welcome their particular ladies and obviously gentlemen that's here representing that company for the 2026 Epic Sale. The first of my lot that comes into the pre-works is lot number 12 of the first of the 4-year-old geldings, of course, Denham's Smoko Time, on account of Baron McCoy. On the dam side too, Jenna Ditto, of course, 15.2 hands high, and the 2021 drop gelding, a big style of a gelding too, Ben Maidham, the man that's putting this horse through the pre-works and sale here at the Epic. 2 shots at the Epic, as you can see, $20,000 prize money, a $10,000 Ben Morrow saddle, and also a $5,000 New England Toyota voucher. Numerous prizes also to go with that, but they are your main prizes, and without those sponsors, this particular event doesn't take place. Lot number 12, this is Denham Smoko Time. And a wonderful foundation. You can see this particular jockey, Ben Maidham, if there is a horse sale on, he's also got a truckload of, always has a truckload of horses, of course, each and every sale. This is lot number 12. And that'll be time, thanks Ben. That'll be time in the pre-works here, lot number 12. A nice, soft, easy-going gelding. Very high. And a big thank you to our cattle owners, of course, for this particular year here as you're experiencing. And obviously anyone that's here at the Glen Innes Showground, it's certainly the season is folding in a hurry. And a big thank you to all those cattle owners from our Camp Draft program. And, of course, in our pre-works and sale, Stockyard Beef. The Hart family. Wonderful supporters from day one of this particular event up here in the New England. Lot number 13 we bring to you now on account of Stavusa Potato Limited. Brock and Tian, of course, wonderful supporters of this particular event. And Bevan Wood taking the ride in the pre-works. Side by E.V. Costa, of course, the Burns family residence hire down there at Dorrigo. E.V. Costa, also known to be one of the cutout kings in the eastern part of the camp drafting circuit here in New South Wales. On the dam side too, out of Yellow Whiz. Caught up with Tian there before this morning, before the pre-works is happening as we speak, and this particular gelding one for the family to compete on. The temperament of this particular fellow coming towards the Epic this year, caught up with Evan in April, and very happy with this, how this Young Gelding has presented himself here in the pre-works. The 2021 drop, side by E.V. Costa. An epic prospect for 2 years and then a whole lifetime of that Infinity incentive camp draft here at the Epic.
I thought the horse like name was pending, like we haven't got it yet. But it is.
As you can see, the 3 rounds of that incentive camp draft as it started there yesterday, and you'll see that final here later today. The $20,000 cold hard cash with numerous prizes to go with it. Now's your time, ladies and gentlemen, to invest at the Epic Horse Sale. Lot number 13 in the pre-works. That'll be time, thanks Bevan. That will be time. Lot number 13 certainly deserves a tick. He's a nice type of a gelding, had a wonderful foundation. He's bred right, and his training is coming along very well as well. Lot number 14 comes to us now in the pre-works on account of Aiden Quinn, this particular gelding. Of course, a little bit late too. He's a November 2021 drop. The Palomino fella at 15 hands high. This is lot number 14, side by Captain Madeira. And Pepin Oak on the damn side. Goes back to Metallic Oak, of course. Just remember too there, ladies and gentlemen, a whole life ahead of these young horses. 4 years of age. Also, anyone listening online, of course, on Stock Live, if you do intend to purchase, and we highly recommend you do so, please jump on board. And if you haven't registered, go into the dashboard at stocklive.com.au and make sure you register to bid online before the sale. Of course, the yearlings this evening in the twilight, and the ridden horses back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp. Big, strong gelding too. Certainly one to be as a camp draft, a cutting prospect, and also take to a station or back to a property. Can see absolutely no fuss in this particular fellow. Lot number 14. And that'll be time, thanks, Kieran. That will be time. Lot number 14. Captain Madeira gelding. Just take note too, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very well-grown gelding for only a November 2021 drop. Rightio, over the page to lot number 15, on to the 3-year-old mares, which means 3 cracks at the Epic here on account of Carl Green and Jess Wickham, which of course, congratulations to Carl, as they had a bit of a series in the local camp drafting circuit, and he's absolutely taken that out throughout the last 12 months in the camp drafting circuit. This is West End Divinity, of course, side by the Schumacher Stallion, Time's Up. A previous Epic winner in that Stallion camp draft. And out of Cat's Destiny, the Cat's Rocks on the damn side. Very light-footed young filly. 14.3 hands and absolutely set up right too, with Carl Green in the saddle for our pre-works. Lot number 15, the first of the 3-year-old mares in my run. As we appreciated seeing the Schumacher family campaign, that wonderful sire in Time's Up. Hugh Miles taking the ride in those bigger camp drafts and taking the blue ribbon home. This is lot number 15, the Time's Up filly. 3 years of age, 3 cracks at the Epic. And that'll be time, thanks Carl. That will be time. A lovely little filly there too, ladies and gentlemen. Massive future, big stop, turns off nicely. The time's up, filly, at lot number 15 here in the pre-works this afternoon.
The finalists, epic finalist shirts are in that office, mate. I just brought them out.
Also, all Epic finalists, Epic Camp Draft finalists, your shirts are in at the main office there, just beside the Ashore Insurance Solution tent. So if you're an Epic finalist, please go over and get your shirt for this afternoon. Lot 15A this time on account of Drew and Sally Stevenson. This is 15A. Benalla Smooth Criminal, of course, by that wonderful sire as we saw Drew Stevenson taking the ride. You just never know. Sally could take the ride next weekend. He's at staying that each male and female has a wonderful time campaigning him, Al Capone. And on the dam side too, keeping it smooth. A lovely filly too, the May 2022 drop filly. The nature of this particular filly, she's also eligible for the ASHS registration. Been chasing Buffalo leading up to the sale. And of course, keeping it smooth, she's an NCHA money earner and a novice camp draft mare to boot. This is the Al Capone filly at lot 15A. As we all know, Drew and Sally Stevenson, they camp draft most weekends. They've always got a truckload of wonderful open horses. And, of course, their younger horses coming through into the competition ring. This is lot 15A, the Al Capone filly. A big thank you also to Stockyard. We mentioned that many times with the season we're trying. And so wonderful giving of their cattle for the pre-works and camp draft tomorrow. That'll be time, thanks, Drew. That will be time. Lot number 16, the Palomino filly at 15-1 hands. She's a very well-grown filly, this particular one, on account of Jed Brennan from Mauls Creek, just south of town here. Stone Age Comment. As the sire, of course, goes back to Dogwood Comment. Been a wonderful resident sire way back in the Heritage Stock Horse bloodlines. On the dam side too, Silver Gun, Silver Sands. This is Cool Age Kiss and Tell. Better known as Smooch, of course, in the stable, at home in the paddock. The 3-year-old mare, she's had miles and miles of mastering, and Ben Maidham's put his final touch for the 2026 camp draft and sale here at the Epic. This is lot number 16. Really going nice too at such a young age, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in your catalogue. We're back a stage here too of these 3-year-old young fillies. Lot number 16, very well grown too at 15.1 hands. And that'll be time, thanks Ben, that will be time. Lot number 16 in the pre-works. And if you'd like to inspect it, wonderful Palomino filly. She's stabled in stable 131. Also a big thank you to our local girls too that are cleaning the arena here at the Epic in the pre-works, and they'll be back here in the sale tomorrow. Big thank you to you too. Over the page, of course, and we're still in these wonderful 3-year-old mares. On account of Brittany Morris, this particular filly. Lot number 17 by Sanctus. Obviously, highbrow cat there on the top side. On the dam side too, Pepto's Playgirl. Anyone that knows Brittany and Cal, of course, if they've got a truckload of horses, they're always going completely nicely. They're soft, they're cowy, very trainable horses. Lot number 17. She's had a time, of course, preparing for the Epic here on the Bison. This particular little filly absolutely winning to please. Lot number 17, the 3-year-old filly on account of Brittany Morris. It's a big thing too for these young horses, ladies and gentlemen. They're 3 years of age. They've got a wealth of breeding and, of course, a foundation to where they are today and to where they'll be in the future. This is lot number 17 by Sanctus. Absolutely doing nothing wrong at all. That'll be time. Thanks, Brittany. That will be time. You can see that filly taking home the Epic. She's got 3 years to achieve that. It's $20,000 to the winner. A $10,000 Ben Morrow saddle. A $5,000 New England Toyota voucher. Numerous prizes to be won. The odds are fantastic. You've seen the horses that have been running in the Epic this weekend. And you'll see that final run and one here this afternoon. And they'll be taking a check home. Lot number 18. We go down to repeat customers, of course, and wonderful vendors is more like it on account of Robert Colley from down there at Somerton. This is Exotic Highlight. Signed by Highlight Stud Acres, which goes back to Pep's Destiny, of course, that wonderful sire of Richard Bull's at Acres Destiny. And a wonderful job in the equine world. And the damn side too, your Ladder Parks Exotic, which goes back to Wallabitar Excel. You've got wonderful pedigree of the camp drafting winners on the top and the bottom side. A real big station mare, this particular mare. And of course going to be in the camp draft prospect. Only 3 years of age and matured at 15.3 hands. Highlight leading up to the Epic this year. Miles of mustering. Wherever you point this particular mare, she handles the hill. She handles going down through creeks, water crossings. Absolutely showing no fuss at all. A mob of dogs behind her, handle a whip in the high country. And the most important part, she's rookie eligible. This is lot number 18. Highlight on account of Robert Colley. That'll be time. Thanks, Rob. That will be time. That's Highlight, the 15.3 hand mare. But a line through lot number 19 and a line through lot number 19A. And as you go flip your page here, ladies and gentlemen, if you see the Stockyard brand anywhere or you see one of their staff, please thank them very much for the line of their cattle. And on to the 3-year-old mare still, of course. This is lot number 20. On account of Isabel Mackey this time from down there in southern New South Wales, the town of Wagga Wagga. This is Classic Moon Mix, which goes back, obviously sired by Double Hayek. What a classic. We saw that stallion go around yesterday, and we'll see him go around again this afternoon with Mr. Timothy Webster taking the ride. And on the damn sign, Brewers, Binawee Moonlight. 15 hands high, this particular 3-year-old mare. And of course, Double Hayek, what a classic. The Royal, the National, and the State winning sire. The temperament of this particular filly is second to none. Obviously potential in the camp draft arena with time to come. This is lot number 20. A massive future in this particular young filly at 3 years of age. You take her into the show ring, the Camp Draft ring. And of course, with that Siren Double H, what a classic. You'll see him go round here this afternoon. And he'll be in the final, no doubt, tomorrow. And that's time. Thank you very much, Isabel. That will be time. That was lot number 20, the Double H side. What a classic. The mare in classic Moon Mix. Lot number 21 in the pre-works on account of Jay Kasky from out there at Barraba. Bondomia Trinket. Glenn Lee Manuka of Palmer's Navajo up there on the sire side. This is Trinket, the 3-year-old filly. Very nice under the saddle. Liver chestnut. See that wonderful outcross, of course, in the ash and the quarter horse lines on the top and the bottom side. Tasselina down on the dam. You've got Romeo up on top. You're looking for something with those old heritage stock horse bloodlines to breed with down the track. This is Trinket, lot number 21. (14) 3-hand tyre course at only 3 years of age and going to mature as she gets going. This is Trinket. And that'll be time. Thank you. That will be time. Lot number 21. Lot number 22 comes to us in the pre-works now on account of Bernie and Rachel McMorr. Zeb Pierce taking the ride, of course, in the pre-works, and no doubt the sale there tomorrow. You see the bee on the rump of any of those horses in sales, if not camp drafts. You always know you're going to see a good one come through. This is Barmac Thelma. On account of Barmac racing, of course, and by that sire of Bernie and Rachel's, of course, back then with Kirkby stud Elvis. On the dam side too, one more Keris, which is out of a one more Playboy mare. The McKinnon boys, of course, anyone that knows those two young men here in the New England do a wonderful job putting a foundation on any horse. Lots of steady miles mastering, of course, with Bernie, the McKinnon boys putting the foundation, and of course Zeb Beers that's in the saddle here this afternoon. A wonderful young filly, only 3 years of age too. 3 goes at the Epic. Wonderful stop, that nice loose rein on it too. The sire and the dam course are both camp draft winners. Lot number 22. This is Barmac Thelma. And that'll be time, thanks Zeb. That will be time. Lot number 22, a 3-year-old filly on account of Barmac grazing. The McMorr family from down there at Uralla. Lot number 23 comes to us now on account of Miss Jodie Harris from down there at Bunya. This is Sarah Foreman. Ella Kookaburra on the sire of that wonderful Lindsay sire on the top side, and Ella Miss Boss on the dam. Of course, Kookaburra, an open camp drafting sire. And of course, on the dam side, Ella, out of a novice camp drafting mare. This is Foreman. He's a full brother, of course, to Ella Miss Muffet and Ella Miss Ellie, which was sold through the 2024 sale. Progressive nicely up here for the epic year of this year for 2026. Back onto the 3-year-old geldings, a big chestnut fellow too. Go all day, this particular guy. Wonderful stop on this gelding. This is lot number 23 out of an open camp drafting sire. Novice camp drafting dam. 3 years of age. 3 shots at the epic. A lifetime here at the Infinity Incentive. I believe the bar is open. It looks like the patrons are supporting that particular venue over there. A wonderful spot as we watch the pre-works here for the 2026 sale. And that'll be time. Thank you, Jody. That will be time. Lot number 23. Foreman. Better known as Sarah Foreman, of course. His registered name at lot number 23. Rightio, so 24, looking for you, lot number 24 and 5. So we go down to lot number 26. If you're watching online, lot number 26. Lot number 27. So we'll just fast forward a few on the pre-works to lot 27. Great to have the Stock Live team here with us this year. Lot number 27 on account of P. Margalee Mystic. Of course, by Soda Justice. Michael Wilson side down there at Tamworth. On the damn side, turn Amina Beyond. You've got Adios to reflect on the damn side. And lot number 27 on account of the Carter family, of course, from down there at Spices Creek. 15 two-hand gelding, this particular fellow. Big, strong gelding. Easy going fellow, young too. Just remember too, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a big thing for these young horses to have these outings. Everything going on around them and taking it in their stride. Lot number 27, Yamalgi Justice of the sire, and this is Mystic. And that'll be time, thank you. That will be time. Lot number 27, the 15 two-hand gelding, 3 years of age. Righto, so we go down to lot number 30 in the pre-works and hand over to Mr. Andy Somerville from down there at APL in Casino Kyogle.
Yeah, thanks very much, Blake, and we'll continue on there. Just lot number 30 we're up to, just for your books. Lot 30 enters the ring. Comes in account the Ridgewood partnership from down there at Hanani. Another 3-year-old gelding here, 14 two hands high. Lovely natured gelding. Would suit a junior through to a lady. Would also suit a man. Very regretful sale on this fella. They've been very impressed with how he's coming along. A full brother to this particular horse, won an ABCRA title. He's broken in as a 2-year-old, and as you can see, going very, very kindly. Beautiful type of a gelding there, ladies and gentlemen, by the sire, EV Costa, who needs no introduction, and Acres Destiny on the top side, and down to Doc Spinifex on the dam side. So bred in the purple, and got a very, very good start on him. Gelding that would be well suited to bring back for all the incentives here at the Epic. 3-year-old gelding in Beating the Blues. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is time. That is lot number 30. One I believe would get a fair few ticks in a fair few catalogues. Thank you very much. Lot 30. Just if you're listening on Stock Live, we'll just hit rewind, I reckon, and go back to lot 29 now. If you're listening in on Stock Live, this is lot 29. Comes in account Isabel McKay from down there at Wagga Wagga in New South Wales. Another one of these 3-year-old geldings. $15 hands high, this gelding. Anyone in the polo world would know the how this fella's bred. He's bred in the purple for the polo world. This is lot number 29. This gelding will go on to be an asset to the serious competitor, and he will suit the whole family. Just while we're watching this particular fellow, if you could make a note in your catalogue on lot 30, they are GST registered. Lot 30 is GST registered. That's time, thank you. That is lot number 29. You can find him in stable 76 when you go for a look later. That is lot 29. Move right along there, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 31 enters the ring. Account Barmac Grazing. They've been great supporters of the Epic. They sell horses with us every year. We thank them very much for the business, and they bring good ones every year. So you can buy one of these out of this stable with absolutely no hesitation. This is lot 31. Just having a look through the pedigree there, side by Kirkby Stud Elvis, who was an open horse, of course, and out of that Good Dam in Mellow Spin, who was an open mare as well. So you're buying plenty of performance in this fella. Lovely Palomino, 3-year-old gelding. Standing at 15 hands. Absolute prospect for the incentives. From the Epic through to the Infinity and the dry work. Thanks very much. That'll be time. That is lot 31. As I said, great prospect for the Epic and the Infinity going forwards. You'll find him in stable 107 when you look for him later.
Brooke, liven that horse up a bit.
I think she's ignoring you, Bruce. Righto, move right along in catalogue order. Lot number 32 comes in. Accounts Angus Waters from down there at Ebor at Guy Fawkes Station. Another one of these 3-year-old geldings. Chestnut gelding standing at 15 two hands. On the sire side, he goes back to Hazelwood Command and One More Daddy. Plenty of breeding on the dam side too, going back to Acres Destiny. So packed full of good breed in this particular gelding. Only 3-year-old. He's been exposed to station life with whips and dogs and tractors and bikes. That'll be time. Thank you very much. That will be time. It is lot 32. You'll find him in stable 93. We skip a lot. We skip a lot here. We did, didn't we? Well, ladies and gentlemen, just 33 wasn't here for that one. We'll move along to 34. 34 comes in account the Carter family, being great vendors here at the Epic. They thought so much of this horse, they gave him 2 beasts to work. This particular horse is Umagale Cooper. 15 hand high, 3-year-old gelding. Soda Justice and Romeo on the top side, and Marnie's Destiny, and that good homebred mare in Umagale Surprise on the dam side. that'll be time, thanks. That's lot number 34. You can find him in stable 100, lot 34. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just put a line through 35. Unfortunately, didn't make it as we move along to the 2-year-old mares. This will be lot number 36 coming to the ring. Count the Cape Hawk ASH stud from down there in Foster in New South Wales. Well-bred young filly by that sire in AMAC Drydust, who just had a win in the Open, I believe, down there at Walker. Half-sister to this particular mare was Supreme ridden ASH at Gloucester Show. Ladies and gentlemen, just note this particular mare did sustain a slight paddock injury. Vet report is available and the mare is sound and was treated with Butte on Wednesday. So just had a slight paddock injury there, but you can see she's under saddle today and getting around fine. Lovely Palomino mare, just 2 years of age. Got a whole life in front of her. I don't think you could go wrong. That'll be time, thanks Grace. That'll be time. You can find her in stable 94. That is lot number 36. Is it? This horse? This horse? The Rhino. Right, so move right along there to lot 37. Comes in account the Meredith family from Armidale. Another one of these good 2-year-old mares. Very, very cowy, as you can see. Just take note, she's taken a small amount of skin from her offside rear. The vet has checked it and can get a vet certificate if requested. Just a slight blemish there. It's lot 37 by the sire in Rangers Buckaroo. Of course, goes back to Hazelwood Conman on the top side. And now that good mare in Spoonful of Dots. Been carted around to a few shows. Only a 2-year-old. Very good prospects for the incentives here at the Epic. That'll be time, thank you. That is lot 37. You can find her in stable 109.
I think we've got to change this alarm. It's my wake up alarm. It's really not good for my heart.
Play it up with you. Surely not yet. Ladies and gentlemen, wipe the dust out of your eyes here. Lot number 38 comes in. Account JJ Noon and ML Daniel. The regulars here at the Epic Horse Sale, and they bring good ones every single time. You can see the handle Jackson puts on him. Lovely 2-year-old filly. Big stop on her. 15-1 hands high. Out of that good sire in Dharma's Acres of Vegas. And out of the open mare in McDonald's Rose, who of course goes back to Lawman and Romeo on the bottom side. Most of you who are regulars at the Epic would remember a grey filly that Jackson put through here a couple of years ago. She was top price filly, and this particular mare is out of the same mare as that filly, so very, very trainable. I know Jackson thinks a fair bit of this one. Thanks, Jago. That'll be time. That is lot number 38. Put a few ticks on her in your catalogue. Just switch off there beautifully. Well done, Jacko. Lovely, lovely filly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the open, if you have a score of 167 and better, you will progress to the third round. If you have a score of 167 or better, you will make the third round, which there'll be 26 of you in total. This is lot 39, comes in the ring now. Count Simon Palmer from down there in Aberdeen in New South Wales. On the nice chestnut filly, Fancy in Diamonds. 14-2 hands high. She's going nicely. She's going to make a nice mare. She's very cowy, and this is her first weekend away from home. She's by the Siren Araguani. Hope I've pronounced that right. And out of that good dam in Diamonds for Pepto, who of course is by Pepto's Stylish Oak. She'll suit the cutting pen or the camp draft arena, or just to make a nice filly to have about. Another one of these 2-year-olds. Great prospect for all those incentives we have here at the Epic. You can see Araguani in the Stallion draft later this afternoon, I believe. Be well and truly worth watching. Thanks, Simon. We could watch her all day. Lovely mare, but that'll be time. That is lot 39, Fancy in Diamonds. You'll find her in stable number 90 when you go looking for her a bit later. Well, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 40 comes in now. Count Jonathan McDonald from Woolbrook in New South Wales. Another one of these 2-year-old mares in McDonald's Abilene. She's by that sire that needs no introduction in Banara Mentor, of course, is by Dogwood Comet. Goes back to Elliott's Creek Cadet and Warren by Romeo on the top side, and out of that good dam in McDonald's Connolly, who is by Hazelwood Conman. Nice big filly standing at 15 hands. She's got the wealth of breeding there, and she'll suit the camp draft or challenge, no problem at all. Why do they get 3 shots at the Epic? These 2-year-olds, 4. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, you get 4 shots at the Epic there. With these 2-year-old mares, you'll get 4 shots at the Epic. So plenty of chances to win that pool of cash there. That'll be time. Thanks, Jonathan. That's lot number 40. You'll find her in stable 7 later on. Lovely chestnut mare in McDonald's, Abilene. Ladies and gentlemen, this is lot number 41. Comes in Count the Waghorn family. Need no introduction to the horse world. Lot number 41, Glenarthur, Just Divine. By that good siren, Serengeti turned the page. Of course, is by Doc's Freckle Oak. And out of that dam in Shelley Dean, Jess Fancy, who is by Justin Aker, who goes back to Aker's Destiny. They purchased this particular filly as a yearling. She's broken in at Christmas time. She's been ridden by a lady predominantly, and even the kids get a bit of a go on her. So great temperament on this filly. Only 2-year-old. She has competed in lead classes. One that I would think you'll have a whole lot of fun on. That'll be time, thanks. That's lot number 41, Jess Divine. Find her in stable 83. Lovely 2-year-old filly. Just if you're listening on Stock Live, this is lot 43 that's coming to the ring now. Lot 43, Count Peter and Karen Reid from down there in Yarrowitch in New South Wales. I need no introduction. They're repeat vendors of this sale, and they bring a good one every single time. This is lot 43, Bonnie Doon, Little Stylish. By that great siren, One Stylish Pepto, and out of that good dam in Davros Destiny. The mare that this particular filly is out of won the Epic Open in 2024. And anyone who's been watching social medias will see just how good she's going. She's got a good handle on her there by Jacko Noon. She's bred to the eyeballs. She's very feely. Jacko thinks a lot of this filly. She's quick-footed. She's only broken in the spring. She's done plenty of miles, and just look at her work a cow. Hard to believe she's only a 2-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to have my 6-year-olds going that good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's an outstanding mare, Count Peter and Karen Reid, lot 43, Bonnie Doon, Little Stylish. That'll be time, thanks, Jacko. Presented beautifully, lot 43. Thanks, Jacko.
Yeah, well, originally I planned that the horses would come in from there.
Move along now to lot 44 comes in. I count the Cape Hawk ASH stud from down there in Foster, New South Wales. Been great vendors for us here, the Epic. Been great supporters. Bring a truckload of horses every year. This particular filly is by that siren, Amac Drydust, who won the open draft there at Walker a week or so ago. And out of that, good mare in Barnett's Madison, who of course goes back to Warren by Omega. Half sister to this particular mare sold for $17,000, another one for $18,000 through the Epic here in 2025. Siblings have won at a ASH national level. Another one of these lovely 2-year-old mares. You'll get 4 shots at the Epic incentive and then onto the Infinity, so you could nearly get through to retirement age with this mare.
Yeah, but we might just put them chicken hands and grade them up.
That'll be time. Thanks, Grace. That's lot 44 on account of the Caper Hawk ASH stud in Caper Hawk, Karamaya. Find her in stable 95 later when you're looking for her out the back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll hand you on to none other than Mr. Liam Kirkwood to take over from now.
Thanks very much, Andy. Moving on in catalogue order, ladies and gentlemen, on to lot number 45 will be the next for pre-works here this morning. Comes in on account the Meredith family. This is Secret Heart Scatman. Of course, signed by the Hazelwood Conman sire there in Secret Heart, Hitman, and out of the Sligman Spin Dam in One Cool Kitty. Scatman is a pleasure to deal with in every way, with a wealth of breeding on both sides of the pedigree. As you can see, some wonderful heritage stock horse bloodlines on the top side of the pedigree there. He's a real prospect for the incentives and will go on to make a super all-rounder in the future. He's been carted to shows with success. Just takes it all in his stride. At only 2 years of age, of course, he has 4 cracks at the Epic. This is lot number 45, Secret Heart Scatman. That'll be time. Thank you very much. If you'd like to go for a further look at that horse, he'll be stabled in stable number 110 for the afternoon. Stable 110 for lot 45, Secret Heart Scatman. Moving on to the next now, lot number 46 comes in on account of Carl Green and Jess Wickham. From a renowned stable, this is Glenridge Stetson. Of course, signed by the Blue Moon Mystic sire in Gigolo. And, of course, out of the Hard Hat Henry Dam there in Fedora on the bottom side of the pedigree. This fellow known as Stetson is a lovely-natured, good-minded gelding. He's the first progeny for sale out of Jess's good mare in Fedora. The Grand Dam, of course, produced Electric Duck and Cameron Webster's Bob. They're both open camp drafters. This fellow here that we offer you this weekend is strong-boned. He's a good size about him for his age as well. Got a hell of a lot of softness. He's quiet and he tracks his cattle well. It was only broken in May 2025, but you can rest assured that he's been mustering and he's seen plenty of cattle work since then. This fellow will be a fun, epic incentive horse, of course, to keep into the future. You'll have a hell of a lot of fun on this fellow with 4 cracks at the epic. A very reliable gelding that's going very, very well for his age. He's set up right and ready to go on with. He'll grow into a real competitive gelding to have on the truck for a long time. This is lot number 46, Glenridge Stetson. And that'll be time. Thanks, Carl. Be time there for lot number 46, Glenridge Stetson. And of course, a reminder, you'll be able to find him in stable number 79. 79 for lot 46. Lot 47 not with us. Lot 47 is withdrawn. So we're moving on to lot number 48. Comes in on account of Mr. Curtis Cherry. Down from Westmar here this weekend with Irvingdale Ramblin' Man. Gelding at 15 2 hands there, of course. Dungara Powerade gelding here we watch. Out of the good dam in Ballara Bedazzle, who goes back to Gigolo herself. And Adios Reflect, you've got a wealth of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the tail into the pedigree there. Ramblin' Man is a kind and genuine gelding to have around, who will make a great epic incentive camp draft and challenge prospect. He's had the steady mustering and station work leading up to the sale. Of course, he's by the open camp draft winner. Very, very highly decorated pedigree there in this fellow. And out of the good dam in Ballara Bedazzle, who of course is a mare with a wealth of camp draft winners in her pedigree there too. Bred in the purple here, this good young gelding with 4 cracks at the epic. Camp draft and challenge prospect for years to come. This is lot number 48, Irvingdale Ramblin' Man. Just bear in mind, only 2 years of age. He's had the steady cattle work and general work leading up to the sale here this weekend. Future incentive there for the incentive prospects. Thanks very much, Curtis. That'll be time. You'll be able to find that fellow stabled in stable number 3. Stable number 3 for a further inspection of that horse later on this afternoon. So 49, 50 and 51 not with us. I would just like to note there with lot number 51, he has been withdrawn from the sale. He's come up slightly lame due to a paddock injury. He won't be going through the sale ring this weekend, but is on the ground and still is for sale. The vendor has got a veterinary certificate there and gives their full guarantee. So that gelding is for sale. Please get in contact with the vendor for any further information. Moving on now to lot number 52. On account the Evans family, this is Extreme Mentors Levi. 14 2 hands, this gelding signed by Monara Mentor, and of course out of the Jewel and Dock mare in Susie Ray Pixie Sue. Levi, as this gelding is known, is a very kind, good gelding. Of course, started only in November 2025. He's bred in the purple. He's had the correct foundation put on him as well. He's ready to go on with in any chosen discipline. 4 cracks at the incentive once again, ladies and gentlemen. Camp draft and challenge. There's a wealth of prizes and prize money there to be won over the next 4 years, and have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. This is lot number 52, Extreme Mentors Levi. Thanks very much, Bailey. That'll be time. You'll be able to find Levi over in stable number 137. That'll be 137 for Levi. Moving on to the last of my run for now, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 53 comes in on account the Meredith family up from Armidale here this weekend. This is Ashfield Lawson. Of course, the Chestnut gelding there at 15-1 hands. Side by the Soda Justice Stallion in Forest Law and Order, and Out of the Good Dam in Load and Explode. A wealth of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the top end of the pedigree there, ladies and gentlemen. This fellow known as Frank is very, very laid back. He's the go-to gelding that has absolutely no vices. There's no fuss in this fellow. He takes everything in his stride. He has been carted to a few shows with success and has been lightly started on the flag. Absolutely no fuss, this fellow. He's super reliable. One that you'll have plenty of time, plenty of enjoyment putting time into to come back for those incentives over the next 4 years. This is lot number 53, Ashfield Lawson. Thank you very much. That'll be time. That will be time there for lot number 53. You'll be able to find him stabled over in stable number 111, 111 for lot 53. That'll be it for me for now, ladies and gentlemen. I'll now hand you over to the dulcet tones of Mr. Blake O'Reilly to continue on.
Thanks to one of Queensland's best, and good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a wonderful line of yearlings coming through our program now. Of course, the twilight sale will be this evening over in the Yarranford Arena, where the stud cattle are held each and every year here at the annual Glenanna Show. We're just going to get all our yearlings come through. You just do one lap as we come round, please, Pete, and we'll introduce this wonderful filly on account of Peter Schumack. This is lot number 54A. If you're listening on Stock Live and watching this particular filly here at the Glenanna Showground, I now appeal to Little Sweetness. Of course, that wonderful siren time's up as we brought to your attention as a previous lot in the pre-works here today. On the dam side too, Sweet Little Snuggles, an NCHA money earner. She's also a full sister to Savannah Brown's terrific mare, The Sweetest Time, who's been also successful in the cutting and the Kent Draft Arena. You've got winning cutting and Kent drafting on top and bottom. A wonderful eye-catching filly. You'll see her go under the hammer here tonight. The foundation this particular filly's had, of course, leading up to the epic sale on account of the Schumack family from down there at Lumbra. Now our next lot coming, as you can see, walking around is lot number 55. On account of Curtis Cherry, of course, Beck presenting this wonderful little filly. The May 2024 drop by Bonnie Doon Kenya Catalina, the Intra-Catalina sire. On the dam side too, Ray's Romance, which goes back to Warren by Romeo. Of course, the Cherry family, Miss Jackson, the 2017 Classic Champion, a multiple open camp drafting, cut out sire 2 in Bodydoon, Kenya, Catalina. A wonderful epic camp drafting prospect. You can see the challenge. You can see the money that was won in that challenge here today, of course. And a big thank you to our judge in Darby Ryan. And congratulations to those place getters. A challenge and a camp draft prospect. A lifetime of the incentive here at the Epic in those incentive camp drafts. That was lot number 55. Now we move down to lot number 56 on account of Marg Hines. This time from down there at Nemingard, just outside Tamworth. This is Rosalie Park Night Star. And of course the sire of Nashville Nightman and campaigned by many, many wonderful camp drafting winners. On the dam side with Wandura Rising Star. Of course Kirkby Stud Remedy. That wonderful cross of the Heritage Stock Horse bloodlines. This is lot number 56. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we really want you to know, and if you've seen of what the competitors are winning and taking home in our incentive drafts and the challenge. That was lot number 56 by Nashville Nightmen. Over the page now to lot number 57 on account of Mandacoot, this time from down there at Pappenborough. Sun Peaks Royal Flame. Side by Royal Reflect, of course, which goes back to Odios Reflect. And on the dam side too, Wangilla Lily. As you can see, this little filly, she's only a December 2024 drop. Take note of that, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue. A December 2024. Brought through Jody Harris here. Wonderful type, isn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Lot number 57 on account of Amanda Coote. That was Sun Peaks Royal Flame. Could be one of the best stockmans in the New England. Lot number 58 on account of Barmac grazing this time. Of course, Bernie McMorr and his wife Rachel from down there at Uralla. This is Barmac Bonnie Blue. Brownway Hyman, you see him go round in the Stallions draft, and of course again here this afternoon and tomorrow. That 3-round open. It's a wonderful opportunity to invest in these young yearlings. And number 58A, lot 58A on account of P&M Mercard. Of course, Molly bringing this wonderful Moonbeam filly to the Epic here for us to offer and sell to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Malanga's Moonbeam, he's a 2 times winner of the Sydney Royal Easter Show camp drafting. And a very tight finish there this year as a runner-up. And of course, in this very arena, ladies and gentlemen, a horse that can jump as high as any particular athlete in that equine world, winning numerous Glen Show A-grade jumping courses. This is the Moonbeam filly on account of the Urquhart family. A wonderful foundation, as you can see it, taking it in her stride here in the pre-works. That was lot number 58A. A big thank you to Kent Saddlery as we turn over the page here in the catalogue. Wonderful supporters and, of course, sponsors of this 2026 Camp Draft and Sale. Lot 59, the first of the Yearling Geldings offered here this year. On account of Drew and Sally Stevenson from Benalla. This is Classic G. Of course, Classic Acres as a sire there. And on the dam side too, one more Shizelina. Anyone that likes those geldings, of course, no fuss, a ton of fun to campaign, compete, and also have at home in the working stable. A great little type of a gelding too in Classic Acres. Matured to 15 hands high as well. A great type with a wealth of breeding in lot number 59. Lot number 60's out, so we go down to lot number 61 on account of the Moorhead family this time, and Bianca bringing this particular gelding through the pre-works. We mentioned to you before of that wonderful Moonbeam, and of course we have a second one to offer you, ladies and gentlemen. A horse that's making a very, very big mark in the equine industry. Lot number 61, Malanga's Moonbeam, little gelding. And out of that Great Dam, anyone that knows James Moorhead, he had a wonderful campaign of that Great Dam in Tarzu. She's now in the breeding stable out there at Ben Lomond. She's won 4 open camp drafts. The dam of this particular gelding in the pre-works. Lot number 61, the Moonbeam gelding out of an open camp drafting mare. Thanks, B. Lot 62, on account of Vicky Evans. Brought through by Jodie Evans, of course. Talawale Tempest. By Metallic Storm, White Young, of course, putting through that the syndicate of those particular owners and campaigning and successfully doing very well with that sire. And out of Talawale Star Temperance. Anyone that knows the sire and the dam on the top and the bottoms, be sure that you're onto a great little gelding here. Of course, only born in November in 2024. The Metallic Storm gelding. And lot number 63 will come forward now. Lot number 63, on account of Peel Vale Potato Limited, of course, that trading identity with the man behind it and walking this particular lot through being Mr. Hugh Myers. And a big thank you to Hugh for judging our Epic Camp Draft for 2026. The one-time Pepto. And of course, on the dam side to Absence Glory. $24 million sire of cow, horse and cutting horses. And of course, his dam in Addison's Glory was an NCHA Futurity finalist at the Toowoomba Futurity and went on to be reserve champion. His grandmother, of course, was the great dam and the NCHA Futurity champion. There is a young gelding that's going to perform on the top and the bottom sire. That was lot number 63 on account of Peel Vale Potato Limited by one-time Pepto. Hand over to Mr. Andy Somerville now to follow through on the Yearlings.
Thanks very much, Blake. We'll move along in catalogue order to lot number 65. If you're listening on Stock Live, lot 65 comes in on account of Jodie Harris with Sarah Stormtrooper. By that great sire in Metallic Storm and out of the good dam in Talawale Request. She won lots of show ribbons at that dam, Talawale Request. Jodie thinks a lot of this young gelding. She's retained a full sister to him who was supreme lead exhibit at Maitland Show. Gelding, she said, will be very, very sad to see go. Thanks, Jodie. That's lot number 65, Sarah Stormtrooper. Coming in now, we have lot number 66. On account of Ivanabel from out there at Mangoola in New South Wales. In the gelding of One Hell of a Rockin' Time. By that great sire in You Know Hell, who of course goes back to NR, Cat King Cole. And Doc Spinifex there. And on the dam side, out of that good dam in One Time with Tenya, who of course goes back to One Time Pepto. Very quick learner, this particular gelding. They think a fair bit of him. He's the first progeny out of that mare in One Time Tenya. Another lovely type of a gelding there. That is lot number 66. Move right along now to lot number 67. Great type of a gelding enters the ring, lot number 67, on account of Wayne and Sharon Edwards from Bingaroo in New South Wales. Chestnut gelding there, and he's by a sire who is not registered, but carries the bloodlines of Intra Catalina and Sophisticated Cat. And on the mare's side, out of that good dam in Ronanvale Millionic Style, who of course is by Pepto Stylish Oak. This particular gelding has a great trainable nature. He's won his lead class at Bingaroo Show and was champion led there at Bingaroo. He's been handled by a lady, as you can see. He's a lovely type of a gelding. He's lot number 67. You can find him in stable number 9. Move right along now to lot number 68. Comes in to count the Carter family from the Yumangali stock horses there. Need no introduction to the epic in Yumangali Traveller. Soda Justice on the size side, of course, goes back to Warren by Romeo and also Marnie's Destiny. And out of that good dam in Yumangali Whisper, who goes back to the great dam in Vet School Whisper. Very well performed dam side for this particular gelding. He's got the looks and the temperament to go with it. That'll be lot number 68, Yumangali Traveller. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, just put a line through lot number 69. Unfortunately didn't make it. We'll move right along to lot number 70. Now this particular gelding, the black grey gelding, seen at 15-1 hands out of that great sire in Free Flow Strongbow. Of course was by none other than Malangany Sampson, who goes back to Warrenborough Romeo on the top side. Now that good dam in Free Flow Teo. Of course goes back to Kirkby Stud Remedy. There's 3 Gold Cup winners in this this particular pedigree. It's very well grown gelding, very strong bloodlines and very well presented. Lovely type. He's eligible for all the incentives here that we offer at the Epic. That is lot number 70. You'll find him in stable number 5 and we'll sell him later on this afternoon. We'll move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 71 comes into the ring. The Count the Carter family again from down there at Spices Creek in New South Wales. In Yumangali Bohemian. Hope I've pronounced that right. He's 15 hands high. He's a brown gelding. He's got the bloodlines of Soda Justice, Warrenborough Romeo, Marnie's Destiny on the top side, side by that great siren Yumangali Justice. And out of the dam in Yumangali Surprise, of course, goes back to Bonlac Casey. Plenty of performance in this particular gelding. Just a little bit crowd shy here today, but one that'll make a great prospects for all the incentives we offer here at the Epic. That's lot number 71. Well, thanks very much. That's lot 71. We'll move along to lot number 72 now. Count the Moorhead family from just down the road here at Glencoe in New South Wales. This particular gelding side by no other than Malungra's Moonbeam, who needs absolutely no introduction. We've seen plenty of him and everyone likes him. This particular gelding's out of that great dam. Anyone who comes out of that Clarence Valley would know this dam. Hallmark Starred Mist, who of course is by Green Park Kidman, who goes back to Blue Moon Mystic. This particular gelding's absolutely packed full of breeding. Unfortunately, James said you can't keep them all. The only reason he's here for sale, he thinks a fair bit of him. That's lot number 72 we offer. You can find him in stable 24 later, and we'll offer him to you here tonight at about 6 o'clock, I reckon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is lot number 73, comes into the ring. Counter Jonathan McDonald from down there in Woolbrook in New South Wales. The brown gelding standing 15 hands by that great siren, Cope H. Simpson, who of course was by Hazelwood Conman. Goes back to Acres Destiny and Tasselina on the bottom side as well. Lovely natured gelding, good type. Taking everything in his stride here today. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 73. You can find him in stable number 8. He'll be available for purchase later this evening. Who's next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's my lot. I'll hand you over to Toby Bruce to continue on.
Thank you, Andrew. We move right along, ladies and gents, on to lot number 74 this time. On account of the Barmac grazing, Barmac Outlaw stands in front of you. He's by Brown Highwayman this time, who's, of course, by Brown's victory. Out of the mare in Soda Mentos, one more daddy mare, who goes back to Warrenbro Omega as well. The Dam Soda Mentos, placed in the Classic. Barmac Outlaw is an easy-going gelding. He'll be a great incentive horse. That's lot 74, Barmac Outlaw. In comes lot number 75 on account of Robert Drew this time. Gold Crest Presley. Side by the siren Kirkby Stud Elvis. Out of the Romeo's repeat mare. Tell you what, a wealth of breeding. Goes back to Romeo and Omega. Adios Reflect there too. He's a well-grown, sensible yearling. Handles well, of course, by the Perform sire in Elvis. The Dam Turner's Stud Rough has several offspring all broken in, and they're all sensible horses. One not to miss. Lot 75. He's got that. It's all the stuff he's wrote in. As lot number 76 comes into the ring this time on account of PB&J Carter, Umagali Whiskey. By the home sire in Umagali Justice, of course by Soda Justice, out of the Money to Destiny mare. Out of the mare in Umagali Shiraz. A very quiet gelding with above average potential. Lot 76. Good type of gelding, ready to go on with. Lovely big strong horse, great type. That's lot 76, Umagali Whiskey. Over the page up the top, we move to lot number 77, Vicky Evans' nomination this time in Tarwal Condor. Of course, by that young up-and-coming tyre in Halls El Dorio. Obviously a full brother to Halls El Dorio, that great mare. Out of the Dam in Tarwal Conflict, who's by Hazelwood Command out of the Adios Reflect. A wealth of breeding behind this young horse. He's well handled, smart and sensible, and is sure to impress. A flashy type gelding, ready for your competition. That's lot number 77, Tarwal Condor. The last of mine walks in, lot number 79 this time, on account of Mark Hind. This is Rosalie Night Play. Of course by the Nutrient Classic winner in Nashville, Nightman. A conman son in his own right. Out of the one more Playboy mare, Canipes Matika. Of course, goes back to one more spin. Hazelwood Conman Bernal Serenade. The Grand Dam Canipes Matilda is also a full sister to Canipes Conrad and Canipes Ransom. Night Players bred to Camp Draft Challenge, a great prospect. Unfortunately, the dam was not campaigned due to injury, but is from a champion family. That's lot number 79 this time, Rosalie Night Play. That's the last of mine. I'll hand you back over to Mr. Blake O'Reilly.
Thank you very much, Toby. Always great to have our young auctioneers coming through the Sale Arena, ladies and gentlemen. You'll hear Toby Bellingham out there this afternoon at about 5:30 p.m. sharp. We'll have those yearlings offered and sold to you in our twilight auction tonight. We'll get our backyard men back in with a cow coming into the arena onto the ridden section of our 6-year-old open mares. This is lot number 80 on account of Simon Palmer. This is Shania Sen. Close enough to the wonderful singer herself in Twain. This is signed by Sandman on the dam side, 2 diamonds for Pepto. A very attractive mare in this particular lot, Shania Sen. Simon Palmer, the vendor and the trainer in the saddle here at lot number 80 in the pre-works this afternoon. Also, all Epic finalists, you are on here this afternoon in the big arena in the Camp Draft final. So if you are an Epic finalist, please go over and grab your shirt. This is lot number 80. You want to see a mare that gets down and cows up on their stockyard steer. Big thank you to the Hart family for a wonderful line of these cattle. And I reckon you might see this particular lot in the cutout shootout tonight. This is lot number 80. This is where the performance will be done. The prize money will be won. And that'll be time. Thanks, Simon. That will be time. Lot number 80. You can see how he just dropped that rein on that mare. That's 1, 2 to put a tick on. A wonderful type, a wonderful dam to go back. And if not, a competition mare. Lot number 80, Shania Sen. Lot number 81 as comes in now. And a big thank you to Brendan Kelly. Comes down each and every year. And of course, he's number 1 man in Lockie Dar of their horse sale that'll be taking place the next one on the calendar. Lot number 81. A supporter of this particular event, Mr. Gary Brown, the man himself with his entry, Tallawale Spice Girl. Signed by Tallawale Classic Acres. And on the dam side too, Tallawale Double Time. Catching up with Gary there earlier this morning of this particular 6-year-old mare. She's had 6 runs with 4 outside scores leading up to the Epic. Had 2 runs in the 2024 Epic of 2 outside scores and of course washed out in 2025. This is lot number 81. That cross of Tallawale on the sire in the dam side. Everyone knows Miss Vicky Evans, if she's got a horse she's campaigning or she's training, it's always a great one. Lot number 81, if you're looking to invest, to come back into a lifetime of our incentive camp drafts here at the Epic, this could be the one. Lot number 81. You know, when you see a horse that comes to us with Gary Brown in the saddle, a lot of mastering over there in that Inverell City. A great foundation, and that'll be time. Thanks, Gary. That will be time. Lot number 81. 14 3 hands high, and that double cross on the side and the dam side from the Tallawale stable of Vicky Evans herself. 82, a local entry comes to us now. Lot number 82. And of course, all the northern people that are here with us this year in Glen Innes, and of course the New South Wales people that travel up to that CQ Performance Horse Sale that Gary and Nettie and AIM have run and conducted up there. We have that crossover of the incentives, as you've been seeing on our socials, and of being able to purchase and run in both incentives of our sales. Lot number 82 on account of Kate Meadows, Bimbalula Sedan. By Bimbalua Tommy Jim, which goes back to Wallabitar Excel on the dam side, Kel J. Cardiff. 14 3 hands high, this particular mare. She's out of an open camp drafting mare, of course, in Cardiff. Really steady foundation leading up to the epic sale this year. And of course, Skyle Sylvester riding on behalf of Kate Meadows here in the pre-works. Sky and Zeb do a wonderful job preparing and campaigning horses for people down there at Walker. This is lot number 82. And that'll be time, thanks, Sky. That'll be time. Lot number 82. Rightio, lot number 83 across the page. And a big thank you to Woodlands at Westmar in Queensland. Dion Porter and the team sponsoring a load of hay here for the camp draft. And the pre-works cattle, a big thank you to that particular crew for their support and obviously setting up lot number 83 on account of Chris Bagnall this time from down there at Elliston. Rebound Inc. Of course, by that great siren conman himself, and on the dam side, Illawong Stylish as Hell. The McCarthy family from down there in Kempsey's prefix on the dam side. An absolute solid workhorse, this particular fellow. Had plenty of time down there at Glenrock Station. Had a few camp drafting starts there in 2025. A lot of promise in this particular big strong gelding. Ben Maidham taking the ride in the pre-works by Hazelwood Conman. And of a wonderful mare on the dam side, Illawong. Stylish as Hell. You've got Hot as Hell on the dam side there too, and of course the Hazelwood Comment up on the top. A big strong gelding with a big future too at 6 years of age. A great prospect here in the Infinity. A lifetime to come back and compete in our incentive camp draft here at the Epic. Lot number 84. 83, sorry. And that'll be time, thanks Ben, that'll be time. Lot number 84 this time. Lot number 84 on account of Mr. Graham Thornbury from down there at Spring Creek. This is Pearl's Legacy. A nice big strong black gelding by Smith Family Congressman. And on the dam tire too, Stylish Pearl 02. He's very quiet. He's done miles of mastering. He's had plenty of cattle about him. He's been started on bison. This is lot number 84. Leighton Pendergast taking the ride, of course. And we'll see what he can do with not only one, but two. Outstanding. Great work there from our backyard men, of course. Lot number 84, this young black gelding, of course, at 6 years of age, Pearl's Legacy. Also ridden by a 70-year-old man as well, and a very capable man in Lane Pendergast in the pre-works. Also a first-time vendor from down there at Orange, of course, and Mr. Graham Thornberry himself, and great to have him as a vendor, of course, and no doubt he'll be watching on Stock Live. And that'll be time, thanks, Lane. That will be time. On account of Luke and Sandy Bennett this time, this is lot number 85. Local vendors, of course, and need no introduction here into the Glen Innisal Arena. Lot number 85, Freckles Advisor by Banara Mentor, of course, that wonderful siren, Ewan Smiths. Of course, Playgirl Freckles on the dam side, which goes back to Doc's Freckle Oak. Here comes the Forex Gold ad. Lot number 85. On account of Luke and Sandy, one of our 6-year-old geldings, of course, Infinity Prospects. Everyone that knows one that comes out of the Bennett stable, they get a foundation, they're set up to campaign, they're set up to compete. This is lot number 85. And that'll be time, thanks Sandy, that'll be time, lot number 85. Lot number 86 is out, so we go down to lot number 87. Lot number 87 in the pre-works on account of Millbrae Pastoral Company from Murulda. This is lot number 87. Atomic Conquest, of course, by Hazelwood Conman on the dam side, Butterfly 12. Better known as Rob, of course, a striking gelding here. And, of course, we brought to your attention by Conman himself the miles of mastering this particular gelding's had leading up to the sale. He's trained, he's cow, he is athletic, and presented here in the sale arena by Mr. Joe McKinnon. As you know what the job the McKinnon boys do in preparing horses and also campaigning them throughout the New England. This is lot number 87, the Conman gelding. He's trained, he's sat, he runs to his cow nicely. The big chestnut gelding at 15.1 hands. A gelding that's set and bred right to take home and campaign and have a lot of fun on, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 87. And that'll be time, thanks Joe, that will be time. On to the first of our open mares. There's time in lot number 88 on account of Mark Morris from down there at Titten Hull, just outside of Tamworth. This is Acres Girl, the Bob Acre Pepto side mare. And on the dam side too, out of Ballymena Girl. This particular entry at lot number 88 has had a wonderful campaign up into the sale here. Running an 87 at Barraba Show Camp Draft and 86 at the Woolbrook Stampede in the maiden. Had 2 lots of 22 yards, of course, and only had about 10 camp draft runs leading up to the sale. This particular mare in Acres Girl, she's good to have around. You can catch, shoe and float her and have a lot of fun on this particular Palomino mare, a 7-year-old mare. She's set, she's right to go and have a lot of fun on. Just starting to really appreciate these open age horses that are coming through our catalogue this year. This is lot number 88. Acres Girl. Also, a big thank you to Talentella Beef, of course, Rick Swan and his wonderful team, and Lockie, their livestock manager out there at Talentella. A wonderful job supporting the Epic each and every year. And no doubt Angela keeping the whole crew up and going out there most days, if not every day. Lot number 88 we're watching in the pre-works. That'll be time, thanks Mark, that will be time. The mare that stretches out and chases, runs to a cow quite naturally. Lot number 88. Number 89 comes to us now. Don't forget the 10 cent there, Kel. On account of a repeat vendor, 2 of them are typically at the Epic Camp Draft and Sale. Lot number 89, Matthew and Anna Barwick from down there at Walker. This is Kentali Peaches and Cream. 15 one hands high, signed by Oaks Acorn, of course, and on the dam side, Lincoln Wings. This particular mare, she can walk very nicely. She's correct. She's got a wonderful conformation. You can catch, shoot, clip, float, etc. This particular mare handles all those vices. After a spell, too, they're catching up with Matthew. She can handle a spell down in that wonderful country there at Walker. You catch her, you take her to a camp draft, you take her onto a mustering job. You'll have a lot of fun on Peaches and Cream. Also a very eye-catching mare at lot number 89. That'll be time, thanks Matthew. That will be time. Lot number 90 on account of Brian Eade, the man that appreciates a good steak. Golden Spurs, she's a Kookaburra. Of course, that's Siren Ella Kookaburra, and on the dam side, she's a Condor. Luke Bennett presenting this horse for sale on behalf of Brian, and great to have you here with us at the Epic. A lot of people have had the privilege to ride this particular mare. In regards to Cameron Dunlop has had some time training this particular mare leading up to the sale. And as you can, catching up with Brian there prior to the pre-work, she said Luke Bennett, this is his second ride on this particular mare. She's got a wonderful stop. She's soft. She's happy to watch that cow. She's got a wealth of breeding on the top and the bottom side. It just runs to that cow nicely. Lot number 90. This is Golden Spurs. She's a Kookaburra. And that'll be time. Thanks, Luke. That will be time. Lot number 90. Lot number 91 on account of Uwarra Park stock horses, Cody and Natalie Law from over there at Inverell. Signed by Watcher Star, of course, on the top side. On the dam side, Uwarra Rowena. An open camp drafting mare on the dam side. As you know, the foundation, Cody goes to offering and preparing these mares for sale at each and every sale that happens over Australia. This particular mare, she's fast, she's biddable. And of course the dam line too of open camp drafting on the dam side. As the half-sister, of course, the Yarrow Escort, which ran off for the $10,000 open camp draft down there, the timepiece events. This particular mare at lot number 91 is sure to be one to be in the winner's circle before long. From only 3 starts, this particular mare was third in the novice camp draft. Lot number 91, Uwarra Madam. Always got a wonderful line of mares coming out of the Uwarra stable. These mares here, she's set right, she's bred right, she's trained well. It's a mare you can take home and have a lot of fun on. Of course, bred, trained and campaigned by Cody himself. And that was lot number 91. That'll be time, thanks Cody. That will be time. As we turn over the page and go on to lot number 92, you can see the stock live had in your catalogue. If you're watching online or you're viewing here and you wish to purchase online, please make sure you've registered and you're ready to rock and roll at approximately 5:30, 6 o'clock this evening for our yearlings, and 9 a.m. sharp tomorrow. Lot number 92. On account of Ian Colwell from down there at Yarrowitch, just outside the Walker Valley, and brought to us today with Jackson Noon in the saddle. Side by Rodlaw Content. Of course, the McKinnon family sire out at Bing Ground. On the dam side, Adios Josephine. A gelding that's a pleasure to have around. He's had limited camp draft starts. He scored up into the 80s. He's had plenty of mastering in the hills down there at Yarrowitch with Ian in the saddle, no doubt. Catch, shoe, float. A genuine sale of this particular gelding at lot number 92. As you can see, the incentive camp drafts that have been running throughout the weekend here in this program. It's at $20,000 to first place of the winner of the Epic. And I'd say Jackson Noon has got the potty from Stockyard, better known as Fred, is off to greener pastures. And a big thank you to Stockyard, the Hart family, and of course headed up by Ryan Smythe and his team out there at Kingsgate Station. A big thank you to Ryan and Zara. This is lot number 92, the gelding you're watching on account of the Colwell family. And that's time, thanks Jackson, that'll be time. Number 93's out, so we look for lot number 94 there, Lockie. Lot number 94, a man that has absolutely no time to bet campaign horses in every sale that's run and conducted here in the New South Wales and Queensland region. Lot number 94. Ben Maidham, the man taking the ride in the pre-works, and this lot is on account of Rowena Dillon from Gresford in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales. This is the Lone Wolf, and of course, by the sire of the Wolf of Wall Street, the Conman sire. Out of Oaks Tafida, Gaffada, registered at AQHA gelding. This particular young horse, as you can see, at the age of only 7 years. A lifetime in our Infinity Incentive program. The great prizes, the cash. Lot number 94. The Wolf of Wall Street gelding, presented today by Mr. Ben Maidham. And that'll be time, thanks, Ben. That will be time. The Wolf of Wall Street gelding by Jeezy's Cow. He is a one hell of a type and a great future of an open age gelding at 7 years of age. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is my run of the pre-works. I'll hand over to Mr. Liam Kirkwood.
Well, thanks very much, Blake. Moving on now to lot number 95, ladies and gentlemen, will be two-time and Hollywood. Comes in on account the Ladbroke family. Down from Roma here this weekend. The 7-year-old gelding here we offer you at 14.2 hands high. This fellow known as two-time and Hollywood, of course, he was bred and broken by Rich Webb. He's been ridden by a 13-year-old girl and had most of his work with lady riders. He's been competed by the lady rider as well. A very, very versatile, dependable gelding. He's a gelding that can really adjust to the skill level of the rider. You can put a competitive rider on there and go out and run big scores, or you can bring him back down to the level of a young girl. This fellow's done everything. He's been through a cutting program. He's been a camp draft finalist within his first few starts as well. He's consistently run yard scores of 22s and 23s. He's had a couple of years mustering. Absolutely no vices. A no-fuss horse that is ready to excel across multiple disciplines. This lot 95, two-time and Hollywood. That'll be time, thank you. That'll be time for lot number 95. You'll be able to find him over in stable block number 97, stable 97. When the arena's clear, we move on now to lot number 96. Comes in on account of Mr. Brian Eade. Up from Wootton here with us this weekend. Great to have Brian entering a few horses this year. This young fellow, of course, is known as Golden Spurs Governor. Another 7-year-old gelding here at 15 hands high when we put the tape on him. Very, very well bred gelding too, of course, sired by Struan Parks, just looking. Going back to Star Black Minstrel on the top side of the pedigree. A wealth of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the back end of the pedigree there too, out of the good dam in Irvine's Renmark. Governor's father, of course, Struan Parks, just looking, has been very successful in the camp drafting and stock horse challenge arena. This fellow has had the training with Cameron Dunlop. He's done the station miles. He'll walk all day, a real dependable station gelding. He was professionally broken in by Matt Broom as a youngster. And as I mentioned, he's had the further training with Cam Dunlop. He's got a real good canter on him, this fellow. Brian said he'd just be a pleasure to ride to work all day and then, of course, get on of a weekend and be competitive. He's bred in the purple. He's been there and done it all. At only 7 years of age, there'll be a hell of a lot of fun to be had with this gelding. Lot number 96, Golden Spurs Governor. That's time. Thanks, Luke. That's time. You'll be able to find that fellow later on over in stable number 63, 63 for Golden Spurs Governor. Move on now to a run of 8-year-old mares here, ladies and gentlemen. This will be lot number 97. The first we will offer you will be On Account of Matthew and Anna Barwick. Of course, up from Walker, this is Cantali Copperette. Of course, side by Oaks Acorn, going back to Doc's Freckle Oak on the top side of the pedigree and out of the Good Dam in Lincoln Wings. This is a very lovely mare. She's correct, absolutely no dirt in her at all. She's done the miles at Elliston as a young horse and she's been fully educated. She's been brought along slowly and correctly. Unfortunately, they're only selling due to other commitments. It's a regretful sale. Very, very nice type, easy to do anything with. The sire and the dam have both produced Camp Draft and Australian Stock Horse Class and Challenge winners. Only going to waste at home, but there is a mare that has had the right foundation. She's been set up right and here for genuine sale this weekend. This is lot number 97, Cantali Copperette. And that'll be time, thank you, that'll be time for lot number 97. One I'm sure you'll all put a tick alongside your catalogue. You'll be able to find her over in stable number 65 later on this afternoon. That'll be 65 for lot number 97. Moving on now to lot number 98. This is Gatton UQ Lucy. Comes in on account of Leah Rees from Boggabri. Standing at 15 hands high, of course, sired by Vet School Spotlight. And out of the UQ dam there on the bottom side of the pedigree. We'd like to point out this mare has only been with Annabelle, who is here in the saddle, only been with Annabelle for the last 4 weeks. But Annabelle assures you that very quiet and easygoing mare here. Here for absolute genuine sale this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. She's a quality mare who has been lightly showed, challenged and camp drafted. She's soft and responsive with a beautiful movement. She's had plenty of miles. She's willing, reliable and genuinely wants to please. She's been well educated and of course she's proven across multiple disciplines. Presents here in great order with Annabelle this weekend, who has only had her for the last 4 weeks. This is lot number 98, Gatton UQ Lucy. That'll be time, thank you. That'll be time, thanks, Annabelle. Be able to go and have a look at that quality mare over in stable number 125 later on this afternoon. Or, of course, on Stock Live, you'll be able to rewatch the pre-works. How remiss of me to forget that. Big thank you to the Stock Live team for being here with us this weekend. It's an absolute pleasure. Lot number 99 will be the next. On account of the Grand Vendors, Brumby Plains. This is Trotter's Jolene. Another one of these quality 8-year-old mares we offer you here this weekend. She stands at 15 hands high and, of course, bred in the purple here, side by Parmezel Condo and out of the good dam in Ashcat Jima. Jolene is a quiet, sensible mare with a good, soft mouth. She's very, very easy to have around. She has had one camp draft start, of course, in late 2025. A mare that with the right person, you'd get a lot of enjoyment out of. She's genuinely quiet and would suit the whole family. Ready to put on the truck and take away and be competitive. This is lot number 99, Trotter's Jolene. Of course, bear in mind she's only had the one camp draft start in late 2025, but with the right person, she is ready to go on and excel. Definitely bred to do the job. With names like Parmezel Condo, Hazelwood Conman, you've got Romance, you've got Acres Destiny, absolutely bred in the purple there. This is lot number 99, Trotter's Jolene. Thank you very much. That'll be time. You'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 112 later on today. Lot 100 will be the next. This is the start of the 8-year-old geldings here. Comes in on account of Ian Colwell this time. This is Rodlaw Super Crisp. Standing at 14.3 hands high, side by Rodlaw Retail. Going back to Romeo on the top side of the pedigree. You've also got Adios Reflect there as well. And out of the good dam in A Little Bit Rocky. She was a Seligman spin mare herself. This fellow's a very easy-going gelding. He's ready to continue his camp drafting career. He did score an 82 in the first round of the Open here this weekend. And unfortunately, he's only for reluctant sale due to the vendor reducing numbers. He's run scores up into the high 80s before he's done the miles mustering. You can put him on the truck and take away and enjoy a competitive camp draft run next weekend. He's been ridden at the local show by the 14-year-old girl as well and received many ribbons. And as I did point out, Jack O'Noon in the saddle here this weekend on account of Ian Colwell. Only for sale due to reducing numbers. This is lot number 100, Rodlaw Super Crisp. That's time, thanks Jacko, that'll be time. Be able to find Super Crisp stabled over in stable number 134. 134 for that fellow later on this afternoon. Lot 101 not with us, so we'll move on to lot number 102 when the arena is clear. 102 not with us either, so we'll move on to lot number 103. 103 there, following on Stock Live. This will be 103. Comes in on account of Tamara Holden. This is One Roan Beaver. Of course, Ben Maidham here in the saddle this weekend, presenting this 9-year-old mare through. Standing at 14-2, hand side by One Roan Peptos and out of the good dam in Rock On Beaver. A novice camp draft mare we offer you here, and the kind of mare that will catch you up if you get behind and sit in that spot once you get there. Rates a cow very, very well in the camp. She would suit the whole family. Has been ridden by the juniors and juveniles as well. And of course, she's scored in many open drafts. She's placed in numerous drafts there as well. She's also a proven brood mare with no acres or conman line, so she's a real good outcross mare here. Can ride her now and breed with her later. I would just like to point out that an itch-free home is a must for this mare. This is One Roan Beaver, lot number 103. And that'll be time. Thanks very much, Ben. That'll be time there for lot number 103, One Roan Beaver. And you'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 129 throughout the weekend there. Lot 104 not with us, put a line through 104, so we move on to lot 105. In on account of Brumbury Plains. She'll be the first of the 10-year-old mares here we offer you this weekend, known as Ettenbar Ramona's Impact. Standing at 14-3 hands high, of course, side by Fort Abdul's Impact and out of the good dam in Brenly's Ramona Blue. You've got a wealth of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the back end of the pedigree there, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful grey mare that has done a lot of miles. She's an excellent walker. She's had one camp draft start in late 2025 as well. She also made the second round of the Open here this weekend and unfortunately just got a hard beast there. But from limited starts, she's ready to put on the truck and take away, ready to go and be competitive. This is lot number 105, Ettenbar Ramona's Impact. And that'll be time, thank you, that'll be time there for lot number 105. You'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 113 later on this afternoon. Moving on to lot number 106 now, the first of our 10-year-old geldings for the weekend. This is Time to Smart, of course, side by Timed and Tuned and out of the good Tasselina mare in Smart Marine Lena. Time to Smart is an 11-year-old gelding who, of course, is well-mannered and easy to do anything with. He's done plenty of miles. He's also had a couple of starts in the camp draft arena. Really rates his cattle well. He's got a big heart, always trying his best at all times. It would suit any discipline. He's had a couple of camp draft starts throughout the year as well. He's also been taken to the Pony Club days only a couple of weekends ago at Merriwar. He campaigned with a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old on him. So he's a gelding that could potentially suit the whole family there, ladies and gentlemen. One that I'm sure you'll have plenty of fun on. He will suit any discipline, this fellow. He's done all the miles. He's had the starts. He really rates his cattle well with a big heart. Always willing to try his best. This is lot number 106, Time to Smart. And that'll be time, thank you. That'll be time there for lot 106. Be able to find him over in stable number 91. Lot 107 not with us, put a line through 107 and following on now to one of our 11-year-old mares. This is lot 108 on account of Craig Leggett. And of course Mr. Darby Ryan in the saddle here this weekend. They present My Freckles Lethal. Of course signed by Lethal Lena, who needs absolutely no introduction, and out of the good dam in Parkin the Cat. Going back to Highbrow Cat there on the bottom side of the pedigree, you've got a wealth of performance bloodlines there. Charlie, as this fellow is known, is an NCHA money earner, very competitive camp draft mare, has had multiple placings and cutout wins. I'd like to point out that came second in the Open at St George after a run-off, consistently runs 22 and 23 yards and scores of up to 90. Presented here by Darby Ryan in the saddle this weekend, who really gets down and puts this mare to work. Having a hell of a lot of fun there, chewing up the arena. That's lot number 108, My Freckles Lethal. And that'll be time, thanks Darby, that'll be time. One to put a tick alongside, I'm sure. That is lot number 108, My Freckles Lethal. A real competitive mare with a performance pedigree to back it up. You'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 92 later on this afternoon. Here we are, sit up in your seats now, ladies and gentlemen, and wipe the dust out of your eyes. Here's one I'm sure you've all been waited for, a much anticipated sale. I'm sure you've all followed the wonderful social media following that this young mare has had. This is SCH Smart Times, of course, presented by the Hoy family. Mitch and Anna present a real opportunity to purchase a competitive open mare here. Had a lot of success to date, this mare. She'd be an absolute asset to any serious competitor's truck and breeding program. Smarty is a mare that is really hard to find and very hard to let go. One not to be missed. I'm sure you'd all appreciate the long list of achievements here. In 2008, she was third in the Open Snaffle Bit Futurity. She was also a finalist in the Non-Pro Snaffle Bit Futurity there as well. In 2019, she stepped up to third in the NCHA Futurity Camp Draft, plus was also the winner of the highest scoring horse to win the Rawhide Saddle as well. In 2021, she came out and won the cutout at the Epic. 2021, she was also first in the Maiden at Bundara. Moving along to 2023, she was first in the Novice at Glen Elgin. 2024, first in the Open at Pinkett. Also won the Glen Innes District Open Horse of the Year. This particular mare has been the winner of over 20 cutouts, and we might just get her another cow just so that we can really show her off and show you the ability of this mare here, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are, we've got the fresh cow here. And this mare's about to show you how she went about winning over 20 cutouts throughout her short career. Plenty of life left in this mare, plenty of future competition wins left in her. And then, of course, she will be a real asset, plenty of residual value there as a brood mare later on. Bred in the purple, of course, by Time's Up and Out of the Good Dam in Smart Little Cow Tender. Going back to Smart Little Lena on the bottom side of the pedigree. This is lot number 109 SCH Smart Times. Thanks very much, Mitch. That'll be time now. And you'll be able to have a closer look there later on this afternoon in stable number 138. Stable 138 for SCH Smart Times. And a big thank you to Mitch, Anna and the boys for presenting such a wonderful, wonderful competition horse here this weekend. Moving on to lot number 110 will be the first of the first and only 13-year-old mare we offer you this weekend. On account of Leah Rees with Mr. Ben Matum in the saddle. This is lot number 110, Destination of Your Desire. Side by Destination, the Acres Destiny sire there on the top side of the pedigree. And Out of the Good Dam in Jade Bonita. Plenty of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the bottom side of the pedigree. This quality 13-year-old mare has a very impressive resume. She's having been competed in drafting, challenges and station work her whole life. She's naturally cowy, I beg your pardon. She's calm and she's easy to do anything with. An absolute pleasure to handle in every way. She's also been competed throughout a lifetime by a teenage girl. She's very reliable, safe and responsive. Absolutely no vices about her at all. She's been a pleasure to work with from day to day. Horse that you'd love to throw on the truck. Very, very willing and reliable. She's safe. She's been competed by the teenage girl, and she really steps up here for Ben this weekend. This is lot number 110, Destination of Your Desire. Thanks very much, Ben. That'll be time there for lot number 110, Destination of Your Desire. You'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 128. 128 later this afternoon. Lot 111 the next will be a 13-year-old gelding in on account of the Savins family. This is New Star Impressive Cat. Of course, signed by Cat Skills there, the highbrow cat sire on the top side of the pedigree. And Out of the Good Dam in Green Park Impression. Going back to Elliott's Creek Cadet herself there on the bottom side. Tom, as this fellow is known, is very forward, he's athletic and he's consistent. Of course, he's placed in maiden, novice and ladies camp drafts. He's had plenty of work miles, he's great with whips and dogs. He's competitive and reliable and ready to keep progressing with the right rider. Only selling as the rider, the usual rider is pregnant and moving on with family commitments, and he'd be going to waste for a couple of years in the paddock. They don't want to see that happen. They want him to go on and excel with a new rider. Of course, this fellow has mainly been ridden by Paul's daughter throughout his lifetime. He's a very, very athletic horse. The competitive rider would get the most out of this horse. One that you can throw on the truck and go away and be real competitive in a draft next weekend. This is lot number 111, Impressive Cat. Just a reminder to everyone that at the completion of these pre-works, we will be moving on at 3 p.m. with the second round of the Stallion Draft. So those competitors that have qualified for the second round of the Stallion Draft, we will require you down at the camp yard at 3 p.m. Following that, we will be moving on at 4 p.m. with the final of the 2026 Epic Camp Draft. And then at 6 p.m. we'll be moving on with our lead yearling sale as well. And that'll be time. Thank you. That'll be time. Thank you very much. You'll be able to find lot 111 over in stable number 136 later on this afternoon. $112 will be the next of the 13-year-old geldings we offer you here this weekend. He is known as Condor Catch It. Standing at 14.3 hands high, of course, the gelding side by CD-ROM. And, of course, out of the good Playboy Roy mare in Ugle Bar, spinning stylish on the bottom side of the pedigree. This horse has had a full cutting program under his belt, ladies and gentlemen. He's won several club and show titles as a cutter. He's also finalled in plenty of cutouts as well. He's been to numerous camp drafts and run 86s and up to a score of 90 as well. One for the real serious competitor, this fellow. He gets down and rates his cattle well. A performance pedigree and, of course, the ability to back it up as well. This is lot number 112, Condor Catch It. That'll be time, thank you. That will be time there for lot number 112, Condor Catch It. You'll be able to find him stabled over in stable number 67 later this afternoon. 67 there for Condor Catch It. From one good one to another onto the 14-year-old mare here that we offer you this weekend. On account of Cade Rossiter, this is Fossil Downs Melody. Of course, bred in the purple there, as you'll all appreciate, side by Malungra's Locker. Going back to Conman, you've got Dogwood Comet, Romance, Romeo, Rivoli Ray. A wealth of breeding there throughout the pedigree. This fellow is, this mare, I beg your pardon, is a free travelling open camp draft mare who has won an open and novice and had numerous placings as well. Has recently been campaigned running scores of up to 89 and made the second round of the Kenning Downs draft as well. He's been campaigned up until the sale. Won the novice at Narrabri, won the open at Cubbaroo. Of course, scored an 89 in the open camp draft at Kalara as well. This mare's got a number of ribbons alongside of her resume. One that would carry plenty of residual value later on as well as a brood mare. Lot number 113 on account of Cade Rossiter. This is Fossil Downs Melody. That'll be time, thank you, Cade. That'll be time there for lot number 113. And you'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 62. 114 will be the next. From the 14-year-old mare onto the 14-year-old gelding, this time known as One Roan Spinner. On account of Rachel Paul. This fellow sired by One Roan Peptos and out of the good Doc Spinifex mare in Spinner Leo. A quality 15-1 chestnut gelding with a solid cutting background. Professionally started with Marcus Baldwin down there in Tamworth. After his time in the cutting pen, he went straight into the camp draft arena and has proven himself as a genuine competitor. Scoring consistently between 89 and 92. This is a genuine sale only due to needing room on the truck for younger horses. He would be best suited to a confident rider to get the most out of him and to be able to repeat those scores of 89 to 92. This is lot number 114, the competitive gelding known as One Roan Spinner. A very big thank you to our cattle donors here this weekend, Stockyard, and of course Ryan Smythe and his team. A wonderful line of Wagyu cattle from Kingsgate Station. We thank you very, very much. Done an outstanding job here with our pre-works horses this afternoon. It's a very grand gesture to be donating cattle at the moment with the current conditions, with it being so dry. But these cattle have really presented well and they've stood up to the test. So thank you very much to the team there at Stockyard. That'll be time there for lot number 114. That will be time. You'll be able to have a look at that gelding later on in stable number 61. And last but not least, we move on to lot number 115. A 15-year-old mare we offer you here this weekend, known as Dominion Charm. Standing at 14-2 hands high, side by Kirkby Stud Credit, and of course out of the Abdul mare in Kamara Silence. A wealth of heritage stock horse bloodlines throughout the back end of the pedigree. You've got Abdul, you've got Omega, you've got Abbey, Kamara Princess, many wonderful proven bloodlines there throughout the pedigree. An extremely athletic mare you buy here with a good mouth, good stop, extremely cowy. She's done plenty of miles throughout her lifetime and has been competed by a lady and juvenile competitor as well. Another one of these mares that still has plenty of competition left in them and plenty to offer as a brood mare later on in life as well. This is lot number 115, Dominion Charm. And that'll be time, thank you, that will be time there for Dominion Charm. You'll be able to find her stabled over in stable number 115. 115 for lot 115. Well, thank you very much for your attention this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That completes our pre-works. A reminder once again that at 3 o'clock we will be moving our attention down to the Camp Draft Arena with the second round of the Stallion Camp Draft. Following that at 4 p.m. will be the final of the Epic. And of course, assembling over there at about 5:30 for a 6 p.m. start for our lead sale later on this afternoon. Thank you very much for your attendance. Make sure you go and get yourself fed and watered before we move on with the second round of the Stallion Draft at 3 o'clock.